Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to House and Garden Flipper episode 120. We're just going to head straight over to the boring house and we're going to work on our pool and relaxation area. We're not doing a utility garden, but if we were, we would certainly be looking at carrots, cucumbers and pumpkins, as the little hint in the bottom suggests. There we go. This is our home office garden. It's not finished yet. I keep getting distracted by Flip Project, so you know how it is. Into the browser, away we go. Boring house. It was a bit of a mess when we started. The lovely old couple in the corner tell us that they love plants, but you will notice what happens with their approval ratings if you put too many in. Okay, so today's area is here. Yesterday we worked on this and I tried for something fancy, failed miserably and just modified it slightly. I learned a few things about putting down, I'm going to put the pool in first if you're wondering what I'm doing. So yesterday we learned a few things about putting down those sports surfaces. They can be a bit tricky. We might go for a nice herringbone straight. And the house is red brick, so I don't know. Do we want a... I'm kind of partial to that one, although the blue... No, let's go with the orange. Might as well make it nice and bright anyway. We're going to just flip that round this way. I forgot which end the big end is at. This is where the big end is. Alright, we want the relaxation area up the back, so I want a narrower portion down the front. I can't see everything in that mini map, but this is where we're going to put our pool. Just going to dig our hole right here. I feel a bit like a mini front end loader really. Put the pool in, plant it like we would a tree, fill it up nicely. There we go. Beautiful. So pretty much we don't want to have a lot of plants in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to put possibly some low conifers down the side. We are certainly going to be putting a resting and relaxation area up the top. And I'm thinking I might actually follow this pattern of little pink flowers around the edges, although flowers are technically not part of an American garden. So what I might do is, rather than start with the garden beds, because I was about to, is we're going to go with this, let me just open that up so I can get the right thing, herringbone straight paving. But we're going to use it in our surfaces, and we're going to go for our 100 by 100 paving slabs, just to make our life easier. So there's our herringbone straight, there's our yellow. Oh boy, I didn't think about the edges when I did this. Sandy's so far the best bet. Alright, now we might stick with, yeah, we'll stick with the light brown. Sorry, where is it? Alright, actually let's check. Okay, no, we'll go with the orange, that'll do. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually just try and get a semi-sensible edge on this. Now, when you're putting pavers down near a pool, you are not going to be able to get rid of that edge. It's no matter where you put it, and the pavers are not going to meld in with the pool pavers. So you're just going to have to establish your border without it. However, as soon as you've done that, you can just kind of get them to blend together nicely around the edges. And these are so much easier to handle than your sports surface. Don't ask me why, but they are. Maybe I've just had more practice. It's a nice golden colour. It's a magic swimming pool. There we go. And that was what I was hoping to avoid at the edges. Alrighty. So basically what we've got is there's going to be a bit of a discrepancy between the edge of the pool and the edge of the pavers. The pool isn't exact. Oh no. No, I'm wrong. There you go. Alright, so the edge of the pavers will fit nicely. That's good. I thought I'd done something wrong there for a minute, but it looks like it's just going to work. It's nice when it works. It's a pain when it doesn't. Like now, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Alrighty. Maybe I'm just standing at the wrong angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to pave around, and then we're going to just decide the extent that our pavers are going to go to. When I first saw pavers, I didn't realise you could mesh them together like this, and I was kind of complaining because I wanted to and I couldn't work out how. And then I just did it and it worked, so it's kind of cool. So it looks like we get a whole edge around our pool, and it's just going to fit in nicely. Alright. I could just pave right up to the edge. Let's just see if a paver will fit. So we could ignore a garden entirely, but if we want a garden, actually no, we can use a 50 by 50, so that'll work. Alright, so what we're going to do is just pave up the end with the hundreds. Which works if you can actually just see the edges, which is what I'm trying to do. Yep, there we go. If you misplace one, you can just lift them up and put them in like you would do with anything else. Just lift them up and rearrange them. I'm pretty sure... Wow, we could give the neighbours pavers. Let's not do that. Let's do one more row at the back here. And that will give us a very narrow garden border if we want one. So there's not a lot of trees in here. The American garden, the key is that it's low maintenance. So you can't be much more low maintenance than a tree with very few plants. Oh, than a garden with very few plants, sorry. Okay. I do want to put some plants in along here. What I'm thinking is I want some of those conifers that I used last time. So the coniferous shrub with the fancy leaves. There we go. And I was just thinking I might whack. Oh, it's really getting dodgy. One there, and if I can fit a second one in there, I'll be quite happy. Okay. Alright, that would be too much. And then actually I think I might do the same along here. I was thinking of putting in some 50 centimetre by 100 centimetre pavers and just making it a really narrow garden. But this actually solves the problem as well. Actually, although the one thing I am missing here is I wouldn't mind putting in the odd tree. So what I might do is just put a tree there and a tree there. Oh yeah, that's where my gate is. Oops. I was going to say a tree on either side of the gate, so we will stick with a tree on either side of the gate. And then what I might do is... That's about a plant width, isn't it? Alright, let's just move this guy along. And we'll just add one more in so that I can remove it basically. Oops, let's not do that to them. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to sell that one. Move that one along just a little tiny bit. And then we're going to put in some slightly taller trees. So I'm thinking we're going to repeat what we did with the tall skinny trees, which of course we've bought too many of. So we'll just grab our small coniferous shrub in a column cut, and we're going to buy And we're just going to put them in to vary the height between our plants. And I'm going to put in those little tiny pink flowers along here. Oh, I like that. That kind of works. Alrighty. So we might do the same down this side. Which means I probably want my pencil pine thing, at least for this corner. And then I'm going to use it as a start marker for my coniferous shrubs. Where are they? These things. And we'll just use these to measure. So I'll buy several and then just sell the ones I don't want. This might not work. Alrighty, let's try how we go. So basically my coniferous shrub that I want to put in is not going to fit because it's growing through the fence and I don't have enough space for it, so I'm going to have to think up something a little bit different. Let's go into plants and we'll see what we can find in conifers, of course. So what I'm hoping is that either the dwarf carpet or the brachiate is going to fit, and I have the irregular. I'm having serious doubts as to whether any of them will fit, but that's not going to stop me from trying. So, oh my lord. All right, I'm thinking that's definitely a no-go. Let's try something different. So that one's a fail on my part. All right, we'll go for that one. See, these are even bigger than the last lot, so that won't work. All right, this one is possibly going to be another fail, but let's give it a shot anyway, because you never know what's going to work. Oh, okay, maybe this will work. If you stand in the right spot. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is down this side we're going to do our little brachiates, and I think I'm going to do 2 and then 1, and we'll just put them in that order. So let's just bring it along till I see green. Again, same deal as we did with the other ones. I'm just going to sell, use them for spacing, and then sell the ones in between so that I just get that spacing right. Not that you can do much wrong with a garden like this. I must have backed into the fence. That's okay, I have backed into the fence. Right, so basically, let's see how our 2 for 1 kind of dealio works here. So 1, 2, zap, 1, 2, zap, and 1, 2, and zap. Typical 1, 2, zap is not going to work. So what we're going to do for that one, actually, is we're just going to zap there, and then we're going to grab our main plants, our little conifer whatchamathingy, and we're just going to put one of these in here. The downside of this is I'm now going to have to go plant all of these, but I think this looks quite pretty, so got to be happy with that. So these are okay, so they would all fit in there. I wonder if I can get away with putting in those little low brachiates in here as well. Not sure. Let's pivot them so that we've got space. All right, so they won't fit. That's okay. And there's nothing really smaller in the conifers, so... All right, so we will go with plan A, and what we're going to do is go with the flowers along here. I'm going to put another one of those tall skinny tree things. I know that's kind of an official, semi-official name for them, tall tree, skinny tree thing. I'm going to put one about here, and we're going to put another one about... I'm getting so many judders at the moment, it's insane. Here. Alrighty, and then we're going to put, I don't know, something small and delicate and flowery there. Now along that back fence we now need something, so let's have a look and see what we can manage. I mean, my problem would be much easier if I Yeah, if I just got this and I went zap, 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 and did all of that. And actually, if I did the same, kind of the same there. And what we'll do is we're going to grab our surface. Where are we? Surfaces. Oops, might help if I was in the right tab. And then paving slabs. And we want our herringbone vertical or whatever it was. Straight herringbone. That's curbless. Let's get straight herringbone with a curb. There we go. It's 100 by 25. I wonder if I can get 100 by 50. So I think the 100 by 25 will be a little narrow. I know, I'm being fussy now. These are my 50 by 50s. I'm sure there was 100 by 50 up here somewhere. See, that's curbless. So 100 by 50 curbless. Alright, I can't find a 100 by 50 with a curb, so we'll go for a 50 by 50 with a curb if I can get it in the right design. We're going that one with the orange border. Let's buy a few of these, and that will give us enough garden space to do stuff with. And we're going to do the same for the other end. So that doesn't look like it wants to, oh wait a minute, there we go. I was going to say it doesn't look like it wants to fit in, but we managed to convince it. Alrighty, let's just go with this one. Just turn that around there. Grab this, zap that in there. Ah, no, not do that. So what we get now is a slightly wide enough point of garden that we can actually put our plants in without sacrificing too much paving space. So that'll break up the boringness of the fence line and also maybe act as a bit of a sound break for the neighbours. The other thing we want is we want to have a much bigger paving slab. So we'll grab this one again, go with our orange on orange, and we'll just use that to lead through the gate if we can. It's going to be slightly off kilter. The gate's going to hide most of it. Right. Yes, it does drive me slightly crackers, but I can live with that. We're going to do the same over here with our big paving slabs. So we're going to buy many. I need it to line up about there to get it to work. And that is slightly off kilter, but not enough that's going to drive me too crazy. Alright, with that much space we can go for our slightly bigger brackets, hopefully hiding the difference between the bigger and the smaller ones. So we'll go for our coniferous shrub creepings. And we're going to just put one when it decides to behave itself, right there. I'm going to put a second one right there, which means I probably want to, well, I don't want to, but I'm going to. I'm just going to grab that one, stick it over here for a minute, and I'm going to grab this, I'm going to stick that over in this corner, and then we'll grab, where is it, that thing, and we'll stick that back Don't cooperate, will you? There you go. Nope. There, okay. So the only portion left we've got for the decorations in this garden, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to grab this, flip it, just back it up, and put it there. And we're going to grab one of the bigger ones, and we're going to sit it, hopefully. Just come in sideways. Right. The reason I did a smaller one there is I don't think the big ones are going to fit along this back fence. Let's just prove that point before we give up. Yep. Okay, so we're going to flip from our big one, which is now noticeably different anyway. And we're going to use these smaller shrubs as a way of just putting them out there. Grab that, grab by many, flip them 90 degrees, and then just move them back till we get green. Okay, just going to grab that one and push it a little bit further. Oh, really? A bit further along. No, that's it. That's where it stays. All right, let's see if we can get this to work. 1, 2, splat. 1, 2, oops. All right, so maybe I just want to grab that one. Yeah, no, I want to zap that one too. Okay, we're just going to grab this one and move it a little bit further along just to give it slightly larger spacing. Because the thing with the plants in pots is you've got to get the spacing for them right before you dig the hole, before you say put in plant. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. So then what we're going to do is just grab, really, put that one there. And put that one there. Right, that's it. That's our coniferous garden. I guess the only thing left for us to do is go and get those in. Might as well, while we're here, just zap that one out. And go with that. And we'll just cover all of these with soil. And just do a kind of a mass covering. It's not the same as a mass grave. It's all good. Just mass covering of all of these. Just to get them in and get them growing so that they go okay. Now, all right, that one. Is that one in? No, now it's in. And that smaller one. Okay, so we're good with that so far. Let's go with the digging. And we'll pop that in. Put that one in, put that one in, dig those. Oh, I always hate it when they go through the fence. It drives me crackers. Because usually I have to go all the way around to the other side of the fence to get it in. Actually, I don't think that one did. No, there it is. All right, put that one in, that one in. I'm just going to run around and hit E on all of these guys. And we will dig them all in at the same time as well. All right, I'm going to have to see what happened to that one. That's fine. Ditto with that one. And we'll just very quickly pop them all in really quick. Maybe. Add owl once more. Right. Cover with soil, cover with soil. Nope, right now we're digging holes. 3 digs for each one, so it is going to take a little bit to get these guys in. Actually, I might just slap them in while I'm close to them. And then we'll E to pick up the shovel again, and away we go. This way too, if I need to put in another plant that I'm close to, I've got, I know kind of where the spacing is for it. And that one. Let's put that one in, put that one in. And we might as well put that one in. Okay, now what's going here on here? Sometimes when you dig a hole for another plant, it just takes a little while for, like, you have to rearrange some of the first plants that you had around. So that's the other reason for just putting them in as we go. Hold and switch to move objects. Let's grab that. We'll just move him out a little bit, pop him there. Hopefully we can, yep, now we can put him in. So basically, just going to very quickly dig and plant all of these guys. Hopefully that one didn't go through the fence. Nope, excellent. So everything looks like a bit of a mess until you've got them all back in, and then you just need to water them. You'll notice that even though they're going into the ground, the little circles on the mini map have got them marked as not being done. So it's just something you've got to watch when you're doing either a mission or when you want to keep these guys over on my left happy. So far none of them are upset by the garden style, but as I said, I don't think they've implemented having what you put into a garden actually affect your buyers, except for increasing the price of the house if you get it right. So make our way around, dump all of these guys straight in the hole, and then we'll water them all in real quick. One more dig, drop that in. I think the game is really designed for you to do one plant at a time, and possibly not for me to do what I'm doing. But it does seem to work pretty well, so having to remind myself to pick the shovel up every couple of minutes is not a bad thing. Alright, that is all of them in. Now we just have to cover them with soil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover 3 with soil and water the center one, and just keep my little fingers crossed that maybe I can water in more than one at once. Maybe not. Okay, so what I'm doing is just checking in the mini-map to see which circles are still red. And if they're still red, I'm just giving them a little bit of extra water. So this part of Garden Flipper is very much like if you're in the house tiling or painting. It's not the most exciting part of the game, but the results when you finish are worth the fiddling, usually. And I find it mostly with this game, what I love is the aspect of just turning a rubbishy yard into something quite nice. You just need to find the right spot with the pointer too for each of them. Sometimes they've got a bigger hitbox than others, so. Here we go. Alright, it looks very much like we've got everything in. I'm just going to do a quick walk around looking for red circles on my mini-map. Does not look like I've got any. I think this garden, given that it's an entertainment area, I think it actually needs some light. So we might duck into here and find lamps. Something pretty simple and just cute, maybe something like that. That's kind of cool too, and it's a little bit, I was going to say it's a bit cheaper, but it's not really, is it? Alright, let's go for our solar lamp oriental. Let's go for maybe a green all the way through. And we'll just go through and put these in. I'd like to put them in at equal intervals, but if I was going to do that, I should have probably planned it better. Alright, again, we've got the dodginess occurring. Okay. I see, I think I'll have a little bit of editing to do at the end of this, just to get rid of interruptions. And then we'll go this way. And another one over here. Oh, right. So the other thing I forgot to do on the way around was just to grab these and just tap them on as I went. So we've got they're semi-even, they're not 100% precise. Oh, and I completely forgot to put one in here. Let's just pop that one in here. Try and get them to match kind of along the fence line. Oh, that looks like the best we can do. So now what we've got, that actually looks a lot better than before. So there's a nice start. A little bit of light makes a fair amount of difference. I always used to miss them. Okay, so the thing I don't like is that these bigger bushes really do encroach into my putting space quite a bit. That's okay. I probably should have stuck with my smaller bushes. I'm not going to go, I may just go digging them out. Depends how much they irritate me. Like for instance, these three. Right, really needs to be replaced with the smaller ones simply because, where are we? Coniferous brachiate, there we go. Simply because I actually want to put a table in this corner, and I can't do that when they're taking up this much space. So note to self, next time use the smaller bushes to start with and everything will work a whole lot better. Alright, let's just pop those in. And your friend, there we go. If I can leave the bigger ones, I will. Otherwise, I might just have to go through and replace them. There's not that many to replace, but it's still a pain. And yeah, okay, we are going to have to replace them. That's just, it's just too, goes over the things too much, and I think we'll find that the same. No, I might let that one live. We'll see. All depends on how much my magic sense gets offended by the fact there's a different one over in the corner. Alrighty. Painful but necessary. It actually just goes to highlight the other thing that I think I need to do, which is put down gravel or some kind of pine bark in that area. Yeah, that's right. I'm letting that one live just because I can. Okay, now that we've done that, all right, let's do the gravel and get that out of the way because it's just something we need to do. Surfaces, stone aggregate. I think we might go with single coloured, and I'm thinking we're going to go with square if we can. And we're going to give it a yellow kind of touch. No, we'll go with the yellow. And we're actually just going to go... Now the good thing is the gravel is not going to go over the pool area. So even if I go onto the paving slabs have been given a priority so that they won't be done over by anything like gravel. So let's just grab that lot, and we'll just very quickly, again, the American garden is supposed to be low maintenance, and if you'll notice in any of our chores or missions that we've done, oh dear, sorry, excuse me. If you've noticed in any of the missions that we've done for American Gardens, there has been more gravel than shavings or soil. So we're going to stick with that. It's Canberra in autumn. There are things with pollen, and they get me all the time. Okay. That's our gravelling done. That was relatively quick and painless. That changes the whole aspect of this yard. And now we need to put, what I was going to put in the corner was I was going to put a, not a sun lounger, where were we? Recreation? No, I was going to, let's just find it. Umbrella. I'll take my caps lock off. Let's try that again. And it was Umbrella Mooner. That one? Nope, not that one. Okay, so it's under furniture, which is what I needed to work out. Except I think the one I'm after is table Numa. We have a lot of yellow here. So let's just grab this. I'm going to stick that in the corner over here. going to put, actually I don't want to put it quite in the corner there. Just want it out enough to put chairs in. I'm going to put another one over here. And the reason I want those guys is I actually want to be able to put in some chairs. Some very simple, not maybe wooden garden chairs, no, chair numas, there we go. Because you can get them to match. So we're just going to go a little bit nuts. And in the relaxing department, we're going to put a chair over here. A chair over here. Actually, I don't understand why these guys would need this many chairs. But I guess if you've got the grandparents visiting, or the aunts and the uncles, now you have enough space in your yard for them to kind of spread out and be a little bit far enough away from the pool they won't get drenched with their drinks while they're supervising the skidlets. Okay, and last but not least, we need some sunbaking spaces. So we'll just grab that into chairs, probably into sun chairs would be a better idea. A wooden sun lounger. You know what, I think that might actually suit where we're at. Except I need to get the timber to match. Let's just pop that down, that's still too light. I think we are going to have to go with the cherry on this one. It's redder than I want it to be, but I think that's the closest I'm going to get. So we're just going to toddle over here. I'm going to grab this sun lounger over here. You can just deck out on the... There we go. And I might just grab another one over here. These guys, though, if they sunbake in their sun loungers, they are really asking for trouble, because I reckon what self-respecting kid swimming is not going to be able to resist, or is going to be able to resist the urge to put in the biggest bomb ever as they go through. Alrighty, that is going to be our relaxing area. I would clutter this up with another table, except that that people do need to get through, so we might just leave that blank. Leave that with the table and chairs. Leave that with the table and chairs. Yeah. Alright, that gives us plenty of room to move. So this is our bathing area, our pool area, which means we only have 2 more areas left before this place is finished and ready for auction. The first area is out here in the front, which is going to become... Actually, we are going to put a path out from the front. So we're going to want to replace this front path. And we're going to want to replace this front porch area. So I might just grab all of these. And yeah, so we might do that just while we wait for the sun to come up. So pretty much, oh awesome, we don't have to go too far to find this. We'll grab this and we'll grab our orange. And I want to put it in, whoops, as close as I can to the edge of the walls, just to... Alright, so now we know where this replacement edging goes. Bring it out by 1. So you can replace the wooden decking if you don't think that's what suits your house. You can replace it with paving slabs. Just see if we can't get that to go across. And then what we want is we want something to line up straight up into there. So let's just try and just bring it in. Alright, hopefully that lines up where we need it to. So we're just giving this whole area a bit of a makeover with the pavers. We won't be finishing the front off today. Like I said, I'm just going to kill a little bit of time while the sun comes up again. So that I can actually take a screenshot of what we did, because I didn't do it when it was bright. Okay, and... Alright. Oh wait, no, we don't want to do that. I'm just trying to get enough of a... let's go into here. Paving slabs. Let's grab that one. And we're just going to try and get that out through. Alright. We just put that there for a minute. I'm trying to get this to extend as far as I can. So let's just see if we can get this to matchy in. It's being really uncooperative. There we go. Come on, one more. All right, that's as close as I can get it. That's not quite perfect, but close. And what we'll do is we'll just bring this one back over, and now I have it extending right to the front. So I am going to extend the pavers out by 1. So we'll just go back over into here, switch up to here, grab that, grab these 2, and we're going to put these out by 1 more. You don't really need to mow. I just don't know if it counts as being mowed if you pave over it. I mean, the effect's the same, sure. You know what, I think we might just have a little sit-down area out here as well. I'm beginning to like these Numa table umbrellas. I kind of stick them everywhere now. Because I can and I like them. What I'm hoping is we'll just pop this slab area in. And we'll use this area as a kind of a relaxed space for our thing. So that's our paver there. I'm going to want a path about halfway down. Just eyeball that in. I think this is halfway, so we'll just bring it in. Bring that up to match it if we can. There we go. So this should give us very much rooms in our yard, so to speak. So we've got little spaces that we can renovate at a piece at a time. Alright, then I'm just going to bring the pavers down from here. They probably won't marry up completely perfectly, but they'll come close. And we'll just bring that into there. I can live with that. That will be fine. We're also going to do the same on the other side. Oops. If we can get it to match through, there we go. That's as close as we'll get. That's pretty close. And I'm just going to just put that there to remind myself that I want to finish a path out to here, that we're going to have a hedged area in here, and that's going to be done. I might go nuts with the mower while I'm waiting, so we can get the mowing done at the end of this session rather than having to wait. Of course, here we go. Oh, whoops. This is assuming I can actually, remember how to mow. There we go. No, it's not gonna... You know what, that's a brilliant idea. So very shortly we'll have the sun cycle back up again, and we'll leave this here as it is to finish up next session. There we go. We'll try mowing the other side in a minute. It's just I'm not sure how much interference that path is going to be. I know the tree is going to be an interference. We'll chop that down later. Okay. Give it just a little bit more. Alright, so it seems that by putting the path down, I've actually neutered my ability to be able to use the mower in the front anywhere near it. So I'm just going to have to whippersnip this entire part of the yard. Fine. So note to self, mowing before pathing, otherwise your mowing won't work very well in future, which was a surprise to me actually, because I didn't have this problem last time. I'm just looking for the little dark areas in the mini-map to show me where I've missed. So that's pretty good. I like that as a function of the mini-map. Okay, so that area is ready to work with tomorrow. This area will be. I might actually mow in here. We will cut the trees down as well. Might just grab my axe and deal with that now. So prepping up for next session. Fine, let's do it this way. Cut down the tree. I'm going to assume that for some reason the computer's a bit grouchy with me and that this will work much better next session. Okay, that's fine. We will work on that next session. And in the meantime, what I need most, apart from running into my own gate, is to work out what sort of a screenshot I want. Ah, I'm swimming while moving furniture. That sounds fine to me too. What I wanted was a more balanced look at the end there. And I'd really like to not have that notification in this shot. There we go. Let's grab that as one screenshot. And the other one I want is from this end. Again without the notification, so it'll have to be high. There we go. Alright, and that is where we're going to leave it. Tomorrow we are either going to work on the front here, which we might as well do, finish up the front. We'll take out these trees, we'll mow this lawn, and then I'm going to put in hedges here and put in a barbecue space in this area. Maybe put some sort of water feature or something up in the back, I don't know. Possibly put a second playground in, one of the two. But that is where we are today. And on that note, I'll leave you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging with me. If you like this session, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow with more of House and Garden Flipper for this session.